Char there, you're a tech guy. Okay, so I'm gonna continue my series of smart home or smart things video, whichever way you want to put it. In this video, I'm gonna be featuring my smart bulbs and some not so smart bulbs. So I'm gonna take you a tour around of how I got the bulbs set up, where I have the bulbs placed, and also what I'm gonna do too is put some non-smart bulbs in there in the video. But I'm going to explain the reason why I have them in the video. So anyway, I'm going to start this tour off in my office, and then I'm just going to move around. And as a bonus, I'm going to show you what I do just in case I have no internet. Because these smart bulbs or smart devices, not just the bulbs, run off an infrastructure that can go down at any time. You know, if the internet goes down, you can't just tell your Amazon Echo to turn the bulbs on because she's not going to respond. But like I said, I've created a backup system, a redundant system that will still function even when there's no internet. So I'm going to also put that in the video too. So stay tuned and let's get this tour started. So I want to start off, like I said, in my office. And as you can see, this is a lamp. Well, basically it's a lamp sitting on a stand, on a shelf, I should say. Right now it's just staying up there for now, but that's not what it's permanently staying. This lamp is controlled through, like I said, my Amazon Alexa. Alexa, turn on the office light.
Okay.
And as you can see, the last color that I was using it for was red, but I can change to any other color because this is actually the Philips Hue bulb. Alexa, change office light to blue.
Okay.
So there you go. So that's bulb number one. That's a Philips Hue bulb in my office. So now I'm in my bedroom and I have two lamps, one on this nightstand and one on the other nightstand on the other side. And these two lights are Philips Hue bulbs, and they're also controlled by Alexa. Turn on my bedroom lights.
Okay.
As you can see, both of them came on at the same time, but I can also control them independently. Alexa, change room light 1 to blue.
Okay.
Alexa, change room light 2 to red.
Okay.
So you can see they are independent, but they also can be controlled at the same time. Alexa, turn off my bedroom lights.
Okay.
And there you go. On to the next. Now, right now, you're looking at a light in my closet. And this light is actually a Cree Connected smart bulb. And this bulb is going to be controlled also by my Amazon Echo. And the only reason why I put a light in here is I can control the level of intensity of the light. Because during the day, if I'm awake, the bright light is not like stinging. But in the morning, when I wake up to get ready for work, you know, your eyes are just open and you get in the closet and you're trying to look for your clothes or whatever, and you know the bright light is like intense. So with this, I can set it up to where it comes on at 30%, 50%, or even a lower percentage. That way, I know get my eyes adjusted to waking up to the light. Plus, if I forget to turn the light off, I can just tell her to turn off the closet light. And this light was controlled initially by a string. You know, you had to pull that string just to turn it on. There's another way I can turn on these lights, but you got to stay tuned, and I'm going to show you a neat trick how to get these lights working with or without internet. All right, so stay tuned. Okay, let's move on to the next. Now, this light is in the dining/living room area. And there are two, what they call them, light-fi bulbs, which I plan on changing out because I'm having a little issue with them being controlled by my backup system. And I'm going to eventually change these out, but like I said, these are the living slash dining, and they're independently controlled. So if I say, Alexa, turn on the living light,
Okay.
and I made that blue to represent living. Alexa, turn on the diner light.
Okay.
And as you can see, that one is red to represent the dining light, which I call diner. Alexa, turn off the downstairs lights.
Okay.
Alexa, turn on the living light.
Okay.
Alexa, turn on the diner light.
Okay.
Alexa, turn off the living light.
Okay.
Alexa, turn off the diner light.
Okay.
So there, as you can see, all independent control, but these bulbs are going to be replaced soon. So I just want to feature them before they go. So that is the dining slash living lights. Okay, you're looking at a light that's above the sink, and this light is controlled actually by this motion sensor right here. And once I walk in the kitchen, mainly at night, this light will come on. And it's set for 1 minute on after I leave the kitchen. So it will stay on as long as it detects motion. But once it doesn't detect motion anymore, a minute later it's going to turn off. The cool thing about it is 30 seconds before it cuts off, it dims down to 50%. And then after that, when it gets to zero, as far as a timer, then it goes dark. As you can see, it just dimmed down to 50%. And this is a light that actually came with my new Echo Plus. This is the free bulb I talked about in that video. I decided to just put it here, connected to my U hub, but controlled still by the Amazon Echo. And there it goes. As you can see, it goes all the way off. So like I said, that's that light above the kitchen. Okay, so this bulb is a bulb right above the foyer when you walk into the front door. It's right there as soon as you walk in. This bulb is a Cree bulb, and it's controlled through the Amazon Echo, so it's one of the smart bulbs. So I can control it, you know, if I coming home at night and I want to just turn on some lights before I walk in the door, I can control that one and all the other Wi-Fi bulbs, or should I say smart bulbs, through the remote app. So that picture that I just showed you was my outside smart bulb. It's one of those Cree bulbs. I just took a picture of it. It's kind of nippy outside, so I didn't want to stand out there and do the video. But that's another smart bulb that's controlled through the whole smart system too. I can turn that on when I'm coming home without actually walking up to the door in the dark, you know, give a little light on the subject. So that was the picture you just saw. So that's it for all the bulbs in the setup right I have now. So right here, this is in the bathroom. These are not any smart bulbs, they're just regular bulbs. And the reason why I have them in the video is I'm just trying to show you that it's more of an energy saving thing more than just smart, because the bulbs that were original in here, they were like 20 watts each. And first thing I did was take them out and put these LED bulbs that's worth 5 watts each. And if you total them up, that obviously is 20 watts. So 4 of these bulbs equal to one of the original bulbs that I had in here. And this is more like a energy saving cost feature that I'm just adding in there. So if you want to reduce your electric bill, I highly advise that you invest in these LED bulbs. LED bulbs cost a little bit more, but in the long run, it's a saving in your energy bill. And then also in the kitchen, there's regular bulb above the ceiling. That one is just above the sink, but this one is, right on the ceiling, in the center of the kitchen. These are regular Philips Hue LED bulbs. Nothing smart about them. Controlled by a regular switch. The same energy cost feature that I was talking about, just to keep the wattage down and keep more money in my pocket. Now here's another set of LED bulbs in the guest restroom. It's the same set of LED bulbs that's in the other bathroom that I showed earlier. 5 watt, I think they're like 8 watts. I know I said 5 watts, but I think they're like 8. But still, it's still a big cost saving compared to a 120 watt bulb each. So we're talking about 2, 4, 6, 8. That's 80 watts. If you got 4 of these, that's 32 watts. So that's a big saving. You can't beat that. Now there's one more set of lights that I want to feature. They're not smart, they're more like just convenient lights. And I had to make the place dark so you can see what I'm talking about. So I'm getting ready to walk towards the front door and look what happens. As you can see, I have a little illumination to see the front door and what's going on in this area. And these are just regular motion sensing LED lights. They're rechargeable and they just mount anywhere. They have these magnet strips with tape on the back where you can, stick them to the wall or wherever you need to stick them on. But what I did was I kept instead of sticking them to the wall, on the door trim on the top, I just put them right up there and they actually sit there and don't fall off. This little trim right up here fit perfectly. So that way I can take them down and recharge them when need be. But those are the lights that I wanted to add. I have them here. I have one in the laundry closet because there's no light in that closet. And all I have to do is come in here, wave my hand, and you see now the closet light up. It detect my motion, and it's just sitting right there on the edge. And right here at night when I'm going up the stairs, as soon as I step on, you see there's one right there. These are rechargeable too. As you can see, it's easy to remove, and then I can just put them back on whenever it's fully charged. The magnet strip is held on by using command tape. The same command removable tape that I use for a lot of my stuff. I just put it up there. That way I didn't have to damage the rail by putting the tape on there and then I have to worry about trying to peel it off later. So that's what I do. So there's one here, and as I go up the stairs, there's another one here. Now this one is not going to come on because they detect when there's enough light that they won't come on. But if there wasn't enough efficient light, you see, I just trigger it to come on by covering the sensor. But like I say, it's easily attached to the rail by just using, command strips. And since the magnet attaches to this, then it's just easy to mount. It's very simple. And that's how I came up with that feature. And depends on how much light you want, you can put them along the rail. I just have one at the top and one at the bottom. As soon as I get close to the stairs, it detects my motion and they come right on. And this works especially at night. You got that, you don't have to fumble for a switch. These things come on by themselves. They doesn't cost much to run. The only cost is to charge them, but they last pretty long. It depends on traffic. If you have a lot of traffic, yeah, they're gonna come on more. You're gonna use them more, but they last pretty long. I have to agree, and they got lithium-ion battery in there, so it's a good thing. So now I'm going to talk about the redundant system that everybody need to have in place if you're going to do this kind of smart home, smart light setup kind of deal. So you might have seen these in a couple of my videos. If you look real close, they were like hanging off on the background. And this is the backup system that I use for my bulbs in case the internet goes out. They just regular Lutron Wi-Fi remote connected switches. They connect directly with the bulb and bypass the hub, which relies on the internet. And in doing so, whether I have the internet or not, they can still connect to the bulb, and as long as the bulb have power, they'll still come on regardless. So this is what I use. So you might want to take note of that. I'll put the link in the lower area of my description to where you can purchase these switches. Sometimes you can find them locally, but most of the time you have to get them offline. But this is what you need. And like I say, you can still turn the light on and off. You can do the dimming and all that stuff with these. So for my bedroom, what I decided is to use the Phillips switch just to see what difference does it make. And they still work the same way. I can turn the light on and off. See, I'm gonna hit the switch and see what happened. See, worked like a charm. And of course it does the dimming and all that. Here's one I have for the closet, so I can turn the closet on, off. If I hit this first button, it turns it at 50% and it's not so bright. And if I hit the bottom one, I can dim it even more and then turn it off again. So yep, that's the reason why I have these switches. They're like my backup in case there's no Wi-Fi. I can always turn the lights on and off. Now downstairs, these are for the one that's for the living room and dining room area. But I can't seem to get it working anymore because initially it was connected to the Wink hub. And now that I'm not using the Wink hub, it's not talking to the Wink hub anymore, and I cannot get them to talk to the light directly like I did the other bulbs. So that's the reason why I plan on swapping out these, because this doesn't work as it used to anymore. And I just think it's not compatible with these switches. So I need some compatible bulb for my backup, just in case. This one is for the foyer area to turn this light on, like I showed earlier. And right over here by the door is the one for the outside light. In case the light is not responding, I can hit the switch and see who's out there at night. But if all fails, there's the standard switches. You can turn them on and off and the light will come on. Yes, like I said earlier, this is what controls the light over the sink. Right now I don't have a backup switch for it, but I did order some and they came in yesterday. I'm gonna connect those probably this weekend, get them going as a backup, just in case the motion doesn't detect and I still need to turn this light on. I always want to have some type of backup system just in case, because you never know. And it only comes on at night, even if it detects my motion during the day, because I had to set it up on a time frame to let it know that during the day don't turn the light on, because initially it was doing that, and I realized there was settings in there that you can go in there and change that. So once I did that, it started doing the right thing, and the light doesn't come on during the day and it comes on at night. Okay, so that's the end of this video. I hope you learned something, especially about the backup switches and what to do in case there's no internet. Make sure you invest in those two while you're doing this smart light investment, because it's a big saving. They look just like this. They call Lutron Connected bulb remote control. You think about these while you're doing your setup, because they can come in very handy, especially when there's no internet. Anyway, I'm going to end this video. This, like I said, is the bulb tour. I have another tour I'm gonna do on some other stuff, like the kind of alarm system that I use that's also smart. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up there. That's gonna be the end of this video. Stay tuned for the next chapter, and next time I'll talk about some other smart things that I have set up here. But I'm gonna call it there now, and this is one of the this is one of the LED bulbs that I'm talking about. This one is made by Philips, but you don't have to buy a Philips, you know, as long as it's an LED bulb. I like the Philips because they have this brightness feature, you know, like daylight feature that I like. They're very bright and they're very illuminated. Like this one is 5000K, and that K represent how much light is outputted as far as brightness. So if you ever buy one of these LED bulbs, you'll notice they got like a K rating. Like this one in particular says 5000K. 5000K means it's going to be very bright. I think 6500K represents sunlight. And if you notice in the kitchen, it didn't have that brightness when I was featuring the kitchen light. I think that bulb is 27K or 3000K. So the lower the K, the less brightness there is in that bulb. So if you ever notice, like I said, some bulbs seem bright, some seems like they have this yellow dim color or brownish, whatever color you want to call it is. It's all because of the K. So when you're shopping for these bulbs, look for the K level, because the amount of K level it is going to tell you how much brightness or how much dimness it is in the bulb. I guess that's what you want to call it. So anyway, I'm going to call it there. That's my smart bulb tour, like I say. I hope you enjoyed the video. So that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll have some more videos coming up soon. And as always, don't forget to share, subscribe, and like. See ya.